Hi guys, welcome back to a second video on the channel. Now this is the League 2 league prediction video for next season. As I said in the League 1 video, just in case you guys are more focused on League 2 than League 1, this is just a bit of fun, it's a bit of a laugh. I got a little bit bored and I thought, you know what, I'll predict the leagues early. Obviously with League 2 we don't yet know the final team, whether that's going to be Harrogate Town or Notts County. We wish both of them the best, and I've included both of those teams in this table because obviously I'll basically tell you who the team is, and then if Harrogate or Notts County go up, then I've put them where they are. So let's start at the top. Bolton Wanderers. I believe that Bolton will win League 2. The reason I believe this is they've had such bad luck over the last couple of seasons, and they've now got themselves into what I call a solid base, where their finances are sorted, their management's sorted, their kits are going to be sorted, they have nice new kits for the season, and they're buying players again. They're sorting their team out and getting players in. They're on 0 points, they start fresh, and I just think that Bolton are going to not walk, but I do think Bolton are going to win this league. I don't see another team in this division stronger than Bolton. I see some that are going to compete, like I've got the next sort of set of teams, but I don't think anyone's going to be as strong as Bolton. But that's just my opinion. In second place, I've got Bradford City. I think Bradford are going to have a great season. They've got a really good squad together. And I think that, you know, looking at the rest of the teams in there, I think they might just pip some of them. So I've gone with Bradford City to finish in second. In third place, now this is probably one of my more controversial choices, I've gone with Cambridge United. Obviously, looking at my notes, Cambridge had a really poor season last year, finishing 16th. And so obviously to predict them to finish third is a massive jump of 13 places. But I just think that with the talent they've got there, and you know the management and everything else, that Cambridge could surprise a lot of teams next year. So I've gone with them to finish third, but it's just a prediction. Fourth place, I've got Colchester. Now obviously Colchester were knocked out of the playoffs by Exeter City last season. I think that they showed a lot of fight in that game, and I do think they'll bring that into the new season. And I think they may or may just miss out, but they will be up there, and I've got them to finish fourth. In fifth, I've got Cheltenham. I've actually, to be fair, I've got the next three teams are all the teams in the playoffs that missed out. I've got Cheltenham here, and then I've got Exeter. But I think for Cheltenham, you know, they had a really good season last year, as I said. They got to the playoffs, were beaten just by Northampton, and yeah, I think that they'll certainly be up there competing. So as I've given away, in sixth, I've got Exeter City. I think those three, although they missed out on the playoff, like getting to the final, you know, brilliant. I mean, Exeter did lose the final. Northampton sort of walked away with that one. But I think that they're going to be strong enough to come back. But I do think they'll finish in sixth. In seventh, I've got Salford City. I think Salford are certainly going to invest. Gary Neville and the crew are certainly doing well at this football club. They've made them a respectful football club, and I think they're doing very well. And it would be lovely to see them into League 1 and maybe even the Championship. But I think that they're going to certainly be up there challenging, definitely. But maybe they'll finish seventh, but we'll see. In eighth, I've got Walsall. Now, I think, again, Walsall are going to have a very interesting season. They're a good compact side. They can play very well. A lot of wing play and attacks. Watched a little bit of them last season, and they did look quite good. So, I mean, on my notes here, Walsall finished in 12th, so not too bad. So they might have a little bit better luck next season, and I've got them in 8th. So in 9th, I have Southend United. Now, Southend, of course, came down with Bolton. A little bit worrying the season they had actually last year, and Sol Campbell not doing the best job he could. But I think they'll hold their own. They're a good enough side. Again, they could be up there challenging. I think it's going to be League 2 is going to be very, very challenging next season. But I do think that that's where they will finish. Moving on to 10th, I've got Crawley Town. Crawley, an interesting team. They don't play brilliant football all the time, but when they do turn on their football, it's really good, and they can get some decent results. So that's why I've put them in 10th. So in 11th, now that's where I've got Notts County / Harrogate Town. I honestly think that if Notts County were to win the playoff final, that they would finish in 11th, and then I ironically thought that Harrogate Town would as well. So 11th place is for the playoff winners, whether it's Harrogate Town or whether it's Notts County. If it's Notts County, I think that they will recruit. Obviously, they'll be able to attract players. and I think they'll settle for a nice place in 11th. For Harrogate Town, it's their first time in the Football League, so they're an unknown package, and that's where they can get the advantage, and I think they can finish around the 11th mark. 12th, I've got Port Vale. Port Vale didn't have the best of seasons last year, although they did finish 8th. They would have hoped to have sneaked into those promotion places, but I'm not so sure they can continue that this season, and that's why I've got them in 12th. In 13th, if I stop yawning, is Grimsby Town. I think that Grimsby, again, they're a very solid side. They don't always get the best results away from home. Their home form is normally pretty good. Last year, they finished in 15th, so not too bad. But yeah, I've got them finishing in 13th. 14th is Oldham Athletic. Now, Oldham had a shocking season last year, as it says by my notes that they finished in 19th, so they're going to want to improve that in the centenary year. Yeah, I'm not so sure, but I think they'll do a lot better than they did last year, and that's why I've got them in 14th. Into 15th, we've got Newport County. Now, I think Newport are, and again, they're one of those sides that they can win home games, they can win away games, they can draw, they're a bit inconsistent, but they're a very good side. So for that reason, I've got them in 15th. So 16th place, I've got Barrow, and it's wonderful to see Barrow in the Football League. Congratulations and welcome. I do think they're going to have a good season. I think they'll beat some sides. They'll be tough to beat. And again, I may predict them to finish higher in a more detailed prediction video, but just for now, I've gone with 16th. In 17th, I've got Scunthorpe United. Again, a very interesting side. Not too much to say about them, but they could be a surprise package. 18th, I've got Forest Green Rovers. I worry about them. They've not been having the best of times. Last sort of few seasons, they haven't really sort of kicked in. Obviously, last season, they finished in 10th, but I just feel they're going to drop off a bit this season. I've gone with 18th. In 19th, I've got Leyton Orient. Interesting side. I mean, obviously they've had some difficulties recently, which we won't go into. Obviously they've had the loss and everything, but they've done well. And I think that although last season they finished in 17th, they could possibly finish a bit lower this season. In 20th, I've got Carlisle United. I don't know what sort of team they're going to have next year with budgets and with Corona, so it could be interesting. 21st, I've got Mansfield Town. Again, Mansfield didn't have a great season last year, and I think they're going to struggle again. In 22nd, and just missing out on relegation, is Tranmere Rovers. I don't think they're going to do very well in League 2. They struggled in League 1, and I'm not so sure how they're going to do in League 2. Obviously, we don't want to see these big clubs go down, but they are going to struggle, but they should have enough to stay up. So you've probably worked it out already. The last two teams, the two teams that I feel will be in the National League come the end of next season, and they are Morecambe and Maccesfield Town. I think Maccesfield Town, I worry for them like I did with Bury. I'm just hoping they don't go the same way, but I don't see them getting many results on the pitch. And Morecambe, I think their time is slowly running out. They're a good side, they're a strong team, but they don't seem to get the results. So guys, just in case you've not remembered all those places, here they are now. And just while I'm talking here, you can have a look again and have a little breeze through the teams. I hope you've enjoyed this video, guys. Obviously, I've done a table for League 1 as well. I will also do the Championship table once or near the playoff final is done. Obviously, we wish all the best to both Harrogate Town and Notts County in their playoff final, and I'll be back with a review of that soon as well. So guys, thank you very much for watching. Please check out the League 1 video, and also I'm going to do a Championship video in a moment about Swansea Brentford last night, got that wrong, and Cardiff Fulham tonight. So guys, thank you very much. Thank you for watching. Take care. See you soon.